The people like Femi Falana, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Beko Ransome-Kuti, Enahoro, Adebanjo, Saro-Wiwa, MKO Abiola, the people that fought and gave their lives to have Nigeria with a vision that Nigeria will be a free nation, where everyone is free before the law, where everyone have access to good education, good healthcare, good hospitals, good road, good social amenities, where Nigerians will be proud to call themselves Nigerians and Africans, especially because they understood that wherever Nigeria went, the rest of the black nation across the world, no matter where they found themselves, would go. They understood that if Nigeria became a global superpower, the rest of the black race will be respected around the world. After all, Nigeria is the most populous black nation in the world. They understood that, and they fought to have a free Nigeria. But Nigeria has fallen into the hands of people who have brought Nigerians to its knees. Nigeria has fallen into the hands of politicians, judges, lawmakers, people in the executive who would rather enrich themselves, steal from the natural resources, and hide them in foreign banks to develop those foreign nations, circumvent our electionary process, bribe election umpires and election officers. Some might get the judges to agree with them and perform a miracle by allowing corrupt politicians to win elections by rigging. Nigeria is really sick, and Nigeria needs urgent care. And like any sick patient, the first thing for revitalization for that sick patient is to take the patient into the ICU. Nigeria needs to go into the ICU because we need to turn around from the direction we're going. If not, Nigeria will not survive what is going to be before us. There's insecurity everywhere. There's corruption everywhere. Our children are dying of malnutrition because they don't know where the next meal will come from. Our leaders have no vision where they can take the country to. Nigeria is literally on its last lap, and Nigeria is actually not just crawling, but lying flat belly. And Nigeria needs salvation, and Nigerians must rise to make sure Nigeria is free from the hands of our corrupt politicians. This is what Aminu Tambuwa said, or rather implied, as he gave his speech on his 60th birthday, where he confirmed as well that Nigeria is not where Nigeria needs to be. He also said to Charles here that the three arms of government played a role in the destruction of Nigeria as we know it to be today. Because it takes a corrupt judge and a corrupt judiciary to certify a rigged election. It takes a corrupt legislative arm of government to allow the executive fraudulently change a law that had been passed, deliberated by the lawmakers, without following due process, change the law, and they had not brought into account an impeachable offense. This is the kind of country we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with a Nigeria where our politicians have kneecapped the country because you can see them perpetrating corruption everywhere. Our leaders have no vision. Our leaders have no insight. No vision of a future for Nigeria that is good for all children, whether they're from the north, east, west, and south. All our politicians can see is how much they can steal to keep padding their pockets for the future. Aminu Tambuwa mentioned something very important. Some of the people who fought and died didn't envisage that we would be where we are today. And we are complicit in the process because for far too long we kept quiet and allowed our politicians to ruin our nation to this point. It's about time we all wake up and ask ourselves this question: who's next? Who's next to be kidnapped? Who's next to be ambushed? Who's next to be killed? Who's next to have that road accident? Who's next to have that hospital incident? Recently, Anthony Joshua had a mishap on the road. Whether it's by the fault of the driver, it doesn't matter. When the system doesn't work properly, everyone becomes a victim. Chimamanda had a child improperly misdiagnosed and improperly treated, and she lost a child. That's few of the prominent people that we know. But everyday Nigerians are suffering the same process every day. The same process every day. Poor roads, poor hospitals, poor schools. Nigerians have become victims in their own country because we have politicians who cannot see beyond their pockets. They've weaponized poverty so much so that they wait every 4 years to bribe you with the same money they've stolen from you because they know that you're so impoverished. You can only think of right now what to feed on and what to take your family with. This is the kind of Nigeria we're living in. This is the kind of Nigeria we're being forced to accept, where corruption becomes a norm, where the rule of law does not exist but the rule of the few, where politicians can change the law at will, where the president of the country can fraudulently change a law duly passed and passed in for signing into law, but they changed the law without following due process, an impeachable offense, but we have lawmakers who don't have any teeth to bite. Our system is broken. Corruption is the order of the day. There is no vision from our leaders. There's no vision for a better university for our schools, our children. We're churning out university graduates who cannot even write simple English. That's the state of the nation. Until we stand up together and say, it's enough, Nigeria will collapse. And it's sure for you to understand that we're heading to nowhere as it stands right now. Because right now, Nigeria is on its knees. I say again to you, will you be the next one to be kidnapped? I say this again to you, will you be the next one to be ambushed in your farm? Will you be the next one to get on that car, to go from home to your office and you never get home because the roads have become so bad? Will you be the next victim? Because surely everyone is waiting for Nigeria to happen to them. Not me, because I'm speaking up. Are you going to be the next one, the next victim of Nigeria? Because as they say, don't let Nigeria happen to you. Again, I say, when corruption is so pervasive, everyone becomes a victim. Whether or not you're at home or in the diaspora, everyone is a victim. Anthony Joshua did not know he would be a victim. Neither did Chimamanda Adichie know she was going to be a victim. Everyone is a victim. Even the one that thinks that he or she is protected because of the corruption that they're perpetrating. Because one day you will need the hospital and you will not have enough private jet time to fly abroad to go get treated. Nigeria is on its knees. It's about time that you and I wake up. We make sure we speak to power, speak truth to power. Because this campaign for a better Nigeria is deserving of time. We want a Nigeria where we can see the length and breadth of the nation, experience the beauty of our nation, because Nigeria is a beautiful place. We want to travel without fear of being kidnapped by bandits and terrorists, or being killed in the middle of the night when we sleep. Nigeria is a beautiful place. We just need leaders with vision, leaders who can guide Nigeria to a better future. Nigeria deserves our attention, because if we leave Nigeria in the hands of our politicians, they will destroy the country and they'll fly the children abroad and they'll live there. After all, they've stolen so much and they built these houses all around the rest of the world, except in Nigeria. They steal from our country and invest them in Dubai, in the UK, in the US, so that they can brag to us that they live in America as though America is heaven, or they live in the UK as though the UK is Mars. Don't steal election for politicians. They don't deserve it. And to our judges, you are also a victim, because now you're beholden to a person for whom you've collected bribes to rule in their favor. You know you don't have good night rest, because the victims for whom you've corrupted your judgment for will not let you sleep at night. And to our lawmakers, it's only a matter of time before you become a victim of the system that you created. Again, I say to you guys, Nigeria is on its knees. Until we speak up our politicians will continue to ruin the nation. 2027 is around the corner. Speak to your neighbors, speak to your mothers and your fathers, speak to your sisters and to your brothers. Make sure you vote for the right person to remove this level of corruption from our system. We need to turn away from the direction we're going. We need a new direction. And this is the time for change, because you see all the people speaking and asking for a better Nigeria. They are not fools. They believe that Nigeria can be the best nation in the world. And we have the potential, endless potential, to lead the rest of the world. All it needs is a good leader that will steer us in the right direction. Share this video, recommend it, like and subscribe if you've not done so. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.